Hello, this is a free download from BBC Radio 7. Aren't you modern? For more information about Newsjack, plus details on how to write for it, visit www.bbc.co.uk/radio7. For details on how to actually write, you'll have to go somewhere else. Hello and welcome to Newsjack. The big news this week is that Colonel Gaddafi is still refusing to stand down as leader of Libya, a warmongering despot who refused to resign despite popular demand. Something tells me that he's been reading Tony Blair's A Journey. Still, it's good to see the Libyans up in arms. Our arms, admittedly, but still, arms nonetheless. The inventor of the Black & Decker workmate sadly passed away this week. He won't be buried or cremated, simply folded down for easy storage. 16-year-old American teen heartthrob Justin Bieber has been in Britain. He's been explaining his ultra-conservative views on life and morality, thus campaigning against abortion while simultaneously being an excellent advert for it. Heston Blumenthal has set out to improve the food in NHS hospitals, and about time too. Last time I was in one, visiting, I might add, I had a particularly unappetising meal of liver that was practically raw, and to top it all, some guy in a green shirt started shouting at me for ruining the operation. To be Booper all the way from now on. Victoria Beckham has revealed she's desperate for a baby girl. Apparently no one else can fit into her new spring collection. So, let's get on with the show! The events in the Middle East are a lot like Hollyoaks. You don't tune in for a couple of days and suddenly people you've never seen before are yelling and screaming at each other in a language you can't understand. David Cameron has come under fire for apparently using his Middle East tour as a cover for arms sales. Fortunately for him, he's come under fire by the exact weapons he's been selling, so it probably won't work. Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg has remained in the UK, but has still been doing his bit by selling knuckle dusters and Stanley knives to school bullies. Would have been much easier to just do it the Newsjack way.
Are you a totalitarian Middle Eastern dictator or monarch? Are you worried about possibly losing control of your country due to popular uprisings? Then why not make an investment with the British arms trade?
I am a powerful king in a wealthy Middle Eastern country. And when I had problems with protesters for democratic change, I turned to the British arms trade for help. Nothing says, get off my streets and accept my authoritarian rule, like the burning sensation of British-made tear gas.
We've sold machine guns to Bahrain, tear gas to Libya, and fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. So why not show your people who's the boss with help from the British arms trade, where our prices are as low as our morals?
This Sunday is the 83rd Annual Academy Awards, the only place you hear people asking, who are you wearing, since serial killer Ed Gein was executed. But one nominee who will not be in attendance is artist Banksy, nominated for his film Exit Through the Gift Shop. We would like to introduce Banksy to Newsjack, but should point out, to protect his anonymity, he'll be played by Jimmy Savile. Thanks for joining us, Banksy.
How's about that, then? Lovely to see you, Miles. Thank you for having me on the show, guys and gals.
Now, Banksy, are you disappointed not to be appearing at the Oscars?
Not at all, Miles. Myself and the Duchess will not be sad to miss the awards. They represent the kind of extravagance I despise, goodness gracious.
Of course. Will you be watching from home, then?
No, Miles. Now then. I'll probably be somewhere in Los Angeles spray painting an image of a rat injecting heroin into a speed camera. Rattle, rattle, jewelry.
That's powerful imagery. Finally, Banksy, have you any plans to make another documentary?
Well, Miles, cigars. I cannot be confined to any genre. My art cannot be kept in a box. My art is constantly evolving. Guys and gals, you watch this space, Miles. You watch this space.
Well, we must thank Banksy for joining us. Next week, we'll have an exclusive interview with Andy McNabb, voiced by Pam Ayres.
Mr. President, we have an email from David Cameron suggesting a possible itinerary for your UK state visit. He's suggesting a visit to a London hospital.
Great idea. Learn from the British NHS. Show the folks back home that free healthcare is nothing to be afraid of. Go in, flash them my teeth, shake a few hands, watch how they work. I better pack a Meet the People suit.
Actually, you better pack some surgical scrubs. He's asking if you wouldn't mind whipping out an appendix while you're there. Something he's calling the big society.
Put that one on the back burner. I'll get back to him. What else?
A visit to a library in Birmingham.
That's more like it. Promote literacy. Go in, flash them my hands, shake a few teeth, read to the kids.
Work a double shift on Sunday?
Again, not really what I was hoping for. Is there anything more presidential in the suggestions?
Let's see. Oh, they're short of a lollipop lady in Bradford.
That sounds disgusting.
Teaching football to hoodies in Huddersfield?
Doing what? Does this guy know I'm the President of the United States? Is there anything there about a school visit, maybe?
Education. Let's see. Oh, yes.
What's he got?
He wants you to act as a guest auctioneer to sell off schools to the highest corporate bidder.
Aha! Finally something classy. I've always wanted to visit one of their British privatized schools. Do you think I'll be able to sit in on a defense against the dark arts class?
I think that's a movie, sir.
Well, don't be stupid. The British don't make movies anymore.
Expressing opinions is rather like passing wind. It's fine when you do it, but you don't want anyone else's efforts shoved in your face. That's why we never answer the Newsjack phone anymore and instead make the public leave their messages on the Jack app.
The Jack app.
Please leave your message after the tone.
I really think the proposed double summertime plan is a great idea. 2 weeks of summer as opposed to one. Brilliant!
As a Darwinist, I firmly believe that species can only evolve in one direction via genetic variation and cellular division. So I was rather surprised when I heard that the monkeys were reforming.
Hello, this is a message for Chris Patton. Just to say, if you do become chairman of the BBC, can I ask to call in a few favours and bring back Hong Kong Phooey? Apparently, 100,000 people a year manage to flush their mobile phones down the toilet. How stupid is...
Kate Middleton here. For the last time, Miles, your invitation did not get lost in the post, and if you even think about turning up to the wedding, we'll set the corgis on you.
A government white paper is set to announce that private companies will be allowed to bid for just about any public service, except for the armed forces and the judiciary, who are already owned by the Americans. I'm proud to say that the first service to be sold was our very own Newsjack, so if past privatisation is anything to go by, expect to see a leaner, meaner, less wasteful show.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm Sandra Ballsaway. Your new umbrella company? Blue Sky PLC has hired me to streamline the links between these comedy sketches of yours.
OK, well, this week there's been...
Wait, what are you doing?
The link.
But we haven't done a focus group to find out what people want from links.
Oh. Of course. Focus group, what do you think?
I think links are no longer relevant to the youth of today.
I like it when the links are good.
I don't care about links as long as they don't rub my face in it.
Wow, we've learned so much.
Have we?
Of course. Let's hire a consultant to tell us what it all means.
I'm a consultant.
Do you charge absurd fees?
No, I charge ludicrous fees.
So what's it all mean?
People basically want the links in comedy shows to be funny and link the various items of the show together.
That was worth every penny. I think we need an away day for some serious Blue Sky PLC thinking on this issue. Ciao!
And ciao to you too. To be honest, I was expecting it to be a little less like the old BBC. The American psyche is like Ben Affleck's career. It never really got over Pearl Harbor. And yet we really are Judy Finnegan to their Richard Madeley. We remain in a special relationship no matter how often they embarrass us in public. So we now join Newsjack's sister network from across the pond. Here's Newsfox.
Newsfox. Because there's one side to every story.
You're listening to Newsfox, serving a double truth burger with extra news. Hold the facts.
Great news this week for fans of the wedding between Prince of Walesville William and the new Princess of Diana, Kate Winslet Middleton. There is now Now a coach tour around the village where Kate was hatched. We sent our royal correspondent, Chuck Crown and Scepter, on the tour. How was it, Chuck?
The village itself was pretty, but the bus driver had bad teeth and smelt like a communist.
Chuck there, live from Windsorshire upon Avonbury.
News Fox.
Nobody puts news in the corner.
In other news, London Fashion Week is being held in Burberry-on-Thames. We send CJ Sparkle to check out the catwalk. What's the fashion like, CJ?
Well, what the hell do, the British know about fashion?
Thanks, CJ.
News Fox.
Taking news into the wood and making it squeal like a piggy. Next up, news from British scientists that red meat significantly increases the chance of getting cancer. Here at News Fox, we say baloney. Red meat does not cause cancer. Michael Moore causes cancer. Nevertheless, we spoke to our science editor and resident exorcist, Obadiah Nelson.
The very idea that food can be bad for you is completely ridiculous. Now, let's all enjoy some spray-on cheese.
Delicious.
News Fox.
God said, let there be news.
And there was news.
That's all from News Fox. Join us at 11 for our News Fox special, Oilpocalypse, where in the wake of rising oil prices, we hear the tragic tale of a mother who says she can't afford to put gas in her Humvee, so her son faces a grueling 80-yard walk to school every day.
That's all from us. God bless America. Yeah, that's News Fox.
News Fox.
These days, Enid Blyton novels are like Labour governments. You really don't expect to see a new one. That's just what happened this week after an unpublished manuscript was discovered at an auction. I'm pleased to say that you lucky Newsjack listeners will be the first to hear Mr. Tumpy's Caravan, read by our special guest, Patrick Stewart.
Mr. Tumpy stood back and admired his bright and shiny caravan. I really am the luckiest man in all the land, he said. Suddenly, Harry, Bill, Jane, Mary, and their little dog Patches came round the corner. Hello, children, he exclaimed. Have you come for a new adventure in my magical caravan? Sod off, shouted Harry. Yeah, we've been watching your kind on my big fat gypsy wedding, screamed little Mary. My dad says you're a parasite. And with that, the children set Patches onto Mr. Tumpy and burned his caravan to the ground, before settling down to a huge picnic of potted meat sandwiches and lashings of blue WKD.
In other news, the makers of BBC scam show The Real Hustle have been accused of using actors to pretend to be taken in by the scams, which is very, very sad. I mean, if you can't trust a gang of professional street hustlers, then who can you trust? To be honest, I'm surprised they got away with it for that long. This is a clip from the latest show.
Okay, sir, which cup is the ball under? Is it the middle one? Maybe the one on the right?
Yes. Hello there, young lady. Who I've never met before in my life. The name's Bypasser. Random Bypasser. I think it's under the cup in the centre.
You're wrong. That'll be £10, please.
Certainly no problem at all. Now, what about my bus fare?
A BBC spokesman said that any disappointed licence payers who wanted to get their money back could try double or quits. Now, I love a good census, which is just one of the many ways in which I'm similar to King Herod. So I was delighted when I heard that the 2011 census is on the way. However, I was a little less delighted to find that the company tasked with gathering the personal information of the whole of Britain is US arms manufacturer Lockheed Martin. I'm not so much worried they're going to lose it as destroy it in a volley of friendly fire. Here to put our minds at rest and possibly scatter our limbs over a radius of not less than 50 metres is Lockheed Martin company rep Monica Armour-Piercing. Monica, good evening.
Hello, Miles. Now, I'm here to show you and your listeners that this little old Lockheed Martin census, or as we call it, the weapon of maths construction, is nothing to be worried about. I'm just going to ask you a few questions so you can see how simple and non-intrusive they are.
Very well, fire away. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Miles. Hard habit to shift. Back to the census. Okay, question 1. Name.
Miles, Hugo, St. John, Dwayne, Jupp.
Dwayne.
Mother lost a bet.
Age?
71.
Really?
I moisturise.